Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you all are doing well today. Elliot here. Welcome back to The Fragrance Well. So I just did a video called Light Up the Night where I just talked about evening fragrances. So let's switch gears here. Today's video topic is going to be Shine Bright scents. In other words, these are fragrances that work great for the daytime. I am talking early morning hours to late afternoon. Now, this is my opinion on these. Are these the only times you can wear these fragrances? Absolutely not. Wear them when you want to wear them. But I do think the fragrances I have on the list for today definitely shine at their best in that time frame. I'm talking about whether it's for work or just for daytime leisurely activities. There's a certain vibe these fragrances have that I think lend to that time of day, and the majority of them also dry down in a way to where if you want to spray evening fragrance on top of them, I don't think they'll interfere with them, whether they just kind of wither away to the point where you can't really smell them anymore, or they just have a nice base to them that doesn't necessarily interfere with too many other scents. There's 3 of them on here though. That might not necessarily be the case, but that's neither here nor there. Got 10 fragrances for this topic on today. So before we get started, as always, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you do like the content, and please hit that bell icon and enable notifications so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get it started. The first one is going to be my scent of the day, and it's from the house of Dias and Durga, and this is Coriander. Dias and Durga, Coriander. So I have described this fragrance a number of times on the channel. I describe it as a spice garden in the middle of a field surrounded by pine trees, and I'm gonna add one element onto it for this video. It's sunny out. It's morning and it's sunny out where the dew has just kind of been dried up from the sun, and all the smells of everything that's kind of included in this fragrance are coming up, at least the picture in my mind that I get. It's herbaceous, it's green, it's a very little bit aromatic, touch of spice to it, pretty much has that coriander smell and a couple of other herbaceous elements to it. And it's very musky in terms of the base of the fragrance. And when it dries down, pretty much just smells like musk. For me, this is perfect for daytime wear. It just puts me in the mind frame of a good and nice morning. It does have an elevating mood to it, in my opinion. And this is great for leisurely day activities or business wear. Works either way. So once again, from the house of Dias and Durga, this is Coriander. All right, so the next one is not a new fragrance release, but it is new to the channel and to my collection. From the house of Creed, we've got Silver Mountain Water. Creed, Silver Mountain Water. I've been eyeing this fragrance for quite some time. I've always seen it like from the $220 to $250 range at discounters, and I was on Aura Fragrance recently and they had it for $180, so I just went ahead and grabbed it because I haven't seen it often under $200. I love this scent. Mostly a tea fragrance, very cooling and refreshing scent. A lot of people don't like what they describe as this inky smell. To me, if I had to guess, it's maybe a combination of the ozonic notes missing with the galbanum. There is a little bit of a bitter green kind of smell hiding in the background. I think those two things together maybe creates that vibe, but I don't have a problem with it. And very fresh in the opening, really fresh overall. A lot of tea once again. A little bit of an orange flavoring to it, and heavy musk and sandalwood on the dry down. Once it dries down, that's pretty much all you get is really nice, clean musk. And as a result, that musk really sticks around on my skin. So I wouldn't call it an all-day fragrance, but this one will hang around. But it's really nice, and you can spray something else on top of it if you wanted to. Obviously, a great daytime scent in general, good for leisurely activities or business as well. Also, I would say this is a good brunch fragrance in my opinion. Once again, from the house of Creed, this is Silver Mountain Water. Next one's coming from the house of Amarud, and this is Silver Birch. Amarud, Silver Birch. And I guess I'm saying that name right. I've never really checked to see if I'm saying the name of this house right. But this one here, definitely a daytime scent. It's very bright and uplifting. I've described it as walking on a wooden beach path with a lot of plants and shrubbery around, maybe some florals blooming. Has a little bit of a nice creamy fig accord in here. There's really good creamy jasmine in this. It's very floral, very fresh, very woody, kind of a smoky vetiver at the base of it, and also has a touch of a leathery vibe. Falls right into that daytime category, great for work, great for leisurely activities, all stuff you would do during the day. Now for me personally, this one lasts all day on my skin. So with this one, it might be a little tough to spray something else over the top of it. You might have to wash this one off first if you want to wear something else for the evening. Once again, from the house of Amarud, this is Silver Birch. Next one from the house of Cartier. This is Declaration d'un Soir. Cartier Declaration d'un Soir. Now this one, I'll admit, maybe blurs the lines a little bit in terms of it being a daytime versus evening wear fragrance. This is a floral and spicy fragrance centered on rose and has spices like cumin, cardamom, pepper, and a very nice woody dry down, mostly sandalwood. And I get it. People would probably categorize this one as a little bit more of an evening wear fragrance. I think it does both, honestly, but I would wear this during the daytime. I'm thinking a little bit more professional with this fragrance, though. Definitely more of an office vibe fragrance, but that classiness here just makes me think like, hey, I would want to smell classy during the day if I'm thinking a work scent. Now, yeah, leisurely activities may not necessarily be my first choice, but I do think this one can work for both. So once again, from the house of Cartier, this is Declaration d'un Soir, and by the way, this is also a new pickup. All right, next one's coming from the house of Roja Parfums, and this is gonna be Isola Blu. Roja Parfums, Isola Blu. So, this one here, awesome lemon, lime-like citrus, has a little bit of an aromatic touch to it, almost this kind of gentlemanly cleanliness, but also really nice, clean, but dry, woody feel, and some musk as well, and obviously just a myriad of other notes given by the house of Roja, as is customary for this house. Great daytime scent, very classy, very gentlemanly, great for leisure activities as well as business. This one also does blur the lines. I would have no problem wearing this in the evening as well, because it does have this denseness to it. It's definitely more citric than anything, but it has this kind of weight to it that could work in the evening as well, but I think it shines the best in the daytime. So once again, from the house of Roja Parfums, this is Isola Blu. Next one's coming from the house of Nishane, and it's gonna be Hacivat. Nishane Hacivat. This fragrance, in my opinion, was created for the daytime and sunshine. The bright and fresh tart citrus that this has, with the bergamot and the grapefruit and the pineapple, and then the dry woods and oak moss, dry cedarwood oak moss with some light florals in the mid of the fragrance to kind of, balance those two elements together. I think this fragrance just screams daytime activities. It's bright and refreshing and uplifting. It's gonna really attack your nose, not necessarily in a bad way, but when you smell that tart citrus in the opening, it's like, hello. And that, to me, always is gonna represent a good daytime fragrance. Again, great for leisurely activities as well as work. And depending on what the weather's doing, this one can definitely stick around all day and beyond. And it's really strong with that oak moss, so you might have to scrub this one off if you want to wear an evening fragrance after you've worn this throughout the day. So once again, from the house of Nishane, this is Hacivat. Next one's coming from the house of Xerjoff Casimarati. This is going to be Mefisto Gentiluomo. Xerjoff Casimarati Mefisto Gentiluomo. So I like to call this fragrance a fresh and citrus-based barbershop scent. You have this kind of combination of lemon, lime, and I think orange, maybe grapefruit. It's kind of all of the citruses kind of rolled into one. You don't really pick one out, in my opinion, all mixing with lavender and florals, and at the base of it, a lot of musk. Musk can be a little bit strong in this one, but it's not necessarily automatic. You just definitely notice it. Great daytime scent, perfect summer scent. For me, it can certainly work for leisurely activities, but it does have a little bit more of a sophisticated vibe to it, so I would say this is a great warm weather work scent, but obviously just has this way of brightening up your day, in my opinion, which makes it a good daytime scent. So once again, from the house of Xerjoff Casimarati line, this is Mefisto Gentiluomo. Next one, from the house of Parfums de Marly, this is going to be Greenley. Parfums de Marly, Greenley. Definitely a solid warm weather scent, but also just a good daytime fragrance. This one has a little bit of a crisp green apple vibe, kind of smells a little bit like a green apple shampoo, but done in a very nice way. Very fresh overall, a little bit woody, a little bit musky and mossy at the base of the fragrance. A little bit artificial smelling, so I don't really tie it to anything other than that shower gel smell, but this is a wonderful daytime scent. I definitely get that kind of uplifting vibe when I wear this fragrance. I've certainly worn it for leisurely activities early in the morning before, and it definitely carries over as the sun comes up and just works great as a daytime scent. This one I find to last pretty a good amount of time on my skin, and I do find that if I want to wear something else, might have to scrub this one off too because of that oak moss-like quality that this fragrance also has. So if you want to wear something else in the evening, you might want to consider that if you're wearing this as your daytime scent. So once again, from the House of Parfums de Marly, this is Greenley. Next one's coming from the House of Hermes, and this is Terre d'Hermes Eau Givree. Hermes, Terre d'Hermes Eau Givree. This one's always going to be a great daytime option in my opinion. Always going to be one of the best designer offerings for a list like this. Pretty much smells like grapefruit juice coming from the citron accord that's in this. And you've got a little bit of a pepperiness. You got this cooling quality from the juniper berry. And of course you got clean woody like vetiver, such as the Terre d'Hermes line is based off of. This is a wonderful daytime scent, obviously. That refreshing, tart, rindy grapefruit smell that this has definitely lends to being an uplifting and kind of energy jolting smell to your nostrils, if you will, which I think always makes a great quality in a fragrance that I would consider wearing for the daytime. Also has a classy sophistication to it, great for leisurely activities as well as business activities. Once again, from the House of Hermes, this is Terre d'Hermes Eau Givree. All right, last but not least, from the House of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, this is Aqua Celestia Forte. Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Aqua Celestia Forte. All right, so with this one, woo, yeah, that is tart. Tart lime combining with peppermint. Oh man, it is a very citric and fresh and tart fragrance. There's petitgrain in this as well. There's kind of this clean, soapy vibe, but it doesn't really smell completely like soap, and it's also just got this character to it that makes it like not boring, like just, you know, smelling like clean, fresh citrus soap. A lot of musk in this fragrance as well. That musk definitely lends to this fragrance sticking around all day long. This is an all day long fresh scent in my opinion. You could spray over it, but I feel like that peppermint lime combination that this fragrance has tends to kind of stick around. They got some other stuff helping that to stay. It doesn't just dry down to just simply smelling like musk. Either way, this is a great daytime scent. Same thing, great for leisurely activities, great for business activities. Definitely a good brunch scent as well if we're gonna put more of a situational thing on it. So once again, from the House of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, this is Aqua Celestia Forte. All right, guys, we have reached the end of this video. That's gonna do it for this list. Let me know down in the comments below, what are some of your favorite fragrances that you like to wear to brighten up your day, daytime scents, whether it's for work or leisurely activities, doesn't matter. You just place them in that early morning to mid-afternoon time frame in terms of when you like to wear the fragrance. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Thanks again for watching all the way until the end. Really do appreciate you guys. Please remember to be well and smell well. And I will see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a good one.